Hey, welcome back. In the last video, we started doing melodies using strings 6 and string 5, and we're just going to continue that today. Just like we sort of have been going, the first exercise has been in 4/4 time, and the second exercise has been in 3/4 time. So just a quick refresher that this exercise is also in 3/4 time, and that each measure is only going to get 3 beats. Quarter note still gets the beat, and then at the end you'll see a dotted half note, and that gets all 3 beats. And it sounds like this: 1, 2, 3, off. Alright, so just like we have been doing, let's talk about left hand alone, right hand alone, and then we'll put those two together. So left hand alone, you'll notice that you actually play all of these notes except for one on string 5. So you're going to get really familiar with string 5 in this exercise. So let's just talk through it. C, C, B, C, C, B, A, E, A, B, C, C, B, C, C, B, A, B, C, 2, 3. The one thing that might get a little weird is we have these two back-to-back open strings. In measure 3, we get A, E. And we've talked previously about not letting notes ring over each other and how we might solve that problem. And in those examples, we were fretting a note, and so we were able to just lift, and that would mute the note. In this example, we're not doing that because we're playing these two open strings back to back. Even after that E, we have another A. So for me, the thing that is easiest to do here, and you can experiment with a couple of different options if you would like. The easiest thing for me though is just to use my left hand again. So once I play these A's and I'm ready to go on to the E, I just lightly rest my left hand fingers on that A string and it kills it, just like this. Just like that, and then you'll hear as opposed to those two notes ringing out. And then the same goes for when I move from the E then to the A. I just sort of gently place my left hand fingers on top of that string so that it's muted and not ringing out. The other thing that you could do is you could use your fingers to do that. So you could play I, M, I, and then mute with your M finger, although that takes a little bit more dexterity in the right hand. And generally, like I've said before, my left hand is a little more developed than my right hand, as maybe yours is too. So maybe just the left hand thing is a little bit easier. So then moving on to the right hand, you'll see that we're doing strict I and M alternation again in this passage. So let me just talk through that and play through those open strings like we have been doing. I, M, 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 I, 2, 3, off. In the last video I talked about maybe you would want to play these melodies that are on the lower strings with exclusively your thumb. And you might want to do that again in this case. However, I do recommend still practicing right hand alone if you're just using your thumb. And it would sound a lot like this, very repetitive, but the one spot where it's really going to be advantageous is in that spot that we were talking about with the left hand, where you play string 5 and string 6. And so spend a little time going like this, sort of back and forth, getting really comfortable with what that feels like. So I'm going to play this melody now using I and M just like I've suggested here, and the left hand fingering that I've got suggested above all the notes. 1, 2, 3. So if you noticed, if you were watching really carefully, that left hand muting that I suggested, you saw right when I got to that point in the music, and it worked really well for me. I didn't have to practice that a ton. It's just something that I've sort of got practiced and in my back pocket ready to go. Hopefully that'll be something that's really effective for you and doesn't take you too much time to implement. Hopefully all of this stuff is really easy to get your hands around, left hand alone, right hand alone, and then sticking them together and playing this beautiful melody. Have fun and happy practicing.